Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Suman Rahim here, Messenger Covenant, breaker of seven seals. INJIL 4, brothers and sisters, the fourth chapter today. Fear. Like I said, experience is the best teacher, but leave scars so you remember the lesson. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of experience the next few days. Elijah tried to prevent the Levites have to experience tribulation, but he was not successful. So, fear is going to touch them in a very, very intimate way. People will be lost. And people lost for lack of knowledge. I keep telling you, it's a mind war. It's a mind war, and I'm going to try to elaborate on that a little bit today. Right? But fear. Right? Fear is mental pain. Mental pain. Emotional pain. Be more devastating than physical pain. People go into shock because of emotional pain. Often, anticipation or the imagination. Like, I was in Vietnam, in the military, and I was told that a lot of people die from shock for no reason other than their fear. Otherwise, they had this idea about being shot, so they get shot in the hand or something, right? In fact, they got shot. It's so traumatic, the idea that being shot is so. They go into shock. And once they go into shock, they usually die. And it was nothing life-threatening, just mental. See? But this is mental, but it is life-threatening because it's going to be this fear, it's a shock of the hour. Be so dramatic, right? People get strokes, heart attacks, instantly upon hearing it. Because this whole reality is based on a lie. The demons and devils, like that Farrakhan, the whole thing is based on a lie. I've been showing the last couple of days, there's nothing, truth of anything he's saying, no truth at all, nothing. He doesn't represent Elijah Muhammad, he doesn't represent the teachers, or any of that stuff. His whole thing is based on a total lie. So how does he prevail? Because in wintertime, the lie prevails. I mean, if you want to use that analogy, right? I'm not talking about the real winter, cold winter, right? I'm saying that was the lying season because it says you knew the ruler, Adam, make mission, shed blood. It means to be a liar. So if we go out and deceive the whole world, it means to be a liar. So lying would prosper during the time of Adam. So now that time is over, and those lies are not working anymore. Okay? But they can't stop doing it. If you're a snowman, you can't change it to a lizard or something, right? When you're a snowman, all you can do is just melt. Nothing else you can do, unless you can find your cooler or something. So that's why their wisdom be totally destroyed. I'm going to talk about that more in a minute. Because it's our season. There's nothing they can do. Because that's their nature. That's their nature. I mean, if you're in a pond and you're a fish and the pond dries up, there's nothing you can do. You can't start flying. You can't start walking. It's your nature to live in water. Water dries up, you die. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Fear. Okay, I'm going to go and take this little thing a little. I hope I did it right, but like I spent a lot of time. But you think this is easy? Figuring these, I'm going to talk about it a little more in a minute too, if I can remember. Putting that ladder together, so no one could do it. And it's not easy if someone would have been able to do it. It says it looked like he was slain from the foundation of earth. I mean, this is incredibly hard. And every time I run to a new verse, you'd be surprised how I react. Oh man, here we go again. When am I doing this? Like, when you go into the gym, say, oh man, his new machine, oh man. Your personal trainer said, you got to do this machine, oh man, come on. Like, I spend about 4 or 5 hours at the gym now, right? And I don't need a personal trainer, I set my own, And so I decided I wanted to do a certain, and it requires certain muscle. I hate doing this exercise. I hate doing it. I always try to. Now, nobody's telling me to do it. I know I need to do it. And I'm always, while I'm doing the other exercises, at least I took a bunch, I do a bunch of routines, right? A bunch of sets. And bottom line, I got this thing I do 3 sets on the bench. I'm not talking about, and that's one of them. And so I used to do, 4 sets each one. It took me about an hour. So I would do 2 sets of the first one, 2 sets of the second one, 2 sets of the third one. And then I go back and do the other two like that, break it up, right? And the other one I hate doing so much, I don't like doing any of them, to tell you the truth. I hate that so much. I finally worked my way to doing the last one, right? So I said, okay, I do my first, the first group, the second group, after I finish all of that, because remember I was intermittent, right? Now, with the end, then on the end, I ain't do the whole thing anymore. I said, well, something didn't end right. I just do more reps, and well, that's the bottom line. Like I said, I do very little about what I want, brothers and sisters. This is not the time of doing what you want. It's not the time for that. We're not in that season now, right? If you're a summer person in the winter, that's the bad, worst time you're going to be doing what you want. You need, so you get to the spring. So I do what I need to do. I forget about what I want. If I want to do, I wouldn't be doing this, I tell you that. I wouldn't be anywhere near this. It'd be a whole different ball game if I do what I want to do. I haven't done what I want to do. I can't remember when I ever did. Last time I did anything I wanted to do. And I'm doing this because it needs to be done. In fact, let me say that correctly. I'm not doing this because I need to do it. Because I don't feel like I personally need to do it. But people depend on me to do it. My ancestors depend on me to do it. My people depend on me to need to do it. So I'm doing something I don't even want to do. That I don't personally need to do. Because it's not benefiting me. And it ain't easy. Every time I see a new bird, oh man, now I gotta go and figure out, stare at it, look at it, and try to figure out how this falls into place and how this fits, and man, and make sure everything is in place, can't make any assumptions, everything else, and it is. See, and people go, oh man, yeah, in 30 years, only one person ever came close to breaking one, and that's it. That was a female, and nobody else. So if it's so easy, how come nobody's done it? Oh, that's why I forgot. Mr. Rick Wiles, those of you familiar with him on True News, this is going to be his last thing today. I meant to play what he was saying. He was breaking down, it's always coincidences all the time, right? He's breaking down the image of the mark of the beast. He's totally wrong, but the hell of a coincidence, ain't it? Right? I mean, that's what I'm talking about for the last few days. All of a sudden, maybe I put it in tomorrow, right? But the one he did yesterday, right? And he's gonna break down Revelation about it. He's so full of crap, boy, I tell you, all of them are. Let me move on, brothers. I've been 2 or 3 hours, and I don't want to do that today. Okay, I'm gonna bear with me on this one. Okay. See, we're going upright. We're upright, right? So we're going in the right position. Like a car going down the road north at 70 miles an hour, right? Going north 70 miles an hour, right? And then what happened? Boom! You get hit with a 70 mile an hour eastward wind. So what's going to happen? unless you totally idiot, have no idea of mathematics at all, and you have never drove a car, especially during a storm or wind, then you know that car is going to start moving, try to move towards westerly, because it got a westerly wind blowing it. Depends on how strong that wind is. That wind's strong enough, it'll blow you off the road. That's just mathematics. And the language of vector of force is vectors. So we hit that right there. So this is us, and then we hit this perpendicular that's different from us. Now, if the wind is blowing behind you, then it's helping you. You're gonna move. You might turn your engine off and just push you along. So that's a good wind. Okay? If it's going against you, it's slowing you down, right? But you still going. It's not changing your direction. But if it's against you, right? I mean, but it's totally against your nature, right? Because you can have people who have the same nature as you, but oppose you, right? So they're going to change your nature. They're just going to try to slow you down. But you got somebody that's perpendicular, it's turning their nature. They're going to. So what's the result they're going to be? Now here you're going like this, and that wind got to keep blowing to keep you going like this. So who do you blame in the situation? You blame the car or you blame the wind? So that's an easy answer there. See? So, but listen, the fire comes, you blame the car. He blame us. Oh, you got to repent. You got to atone. Atone for goddamn what? What I got to atone for? You want to, oh boy, when they get hold of that fool. Because he's a demon anyway. See, first of all, the demons, they were just going to get rid of them. But that one, they got special for him. Him? See? They got special for him. See? But, you need to atone. That so-called Million Man March, the first one, see, he lied about that because he's a liar. I know him. He's a liar. I know him back when the lie was here. I knew him, man. Well, I don't even call him a man. Right? Because you see that little pimp scar he got on the side of his face? You ever notice that? Yeah. That's having you a little punk out in the street. You get that. Anybody in the hood knows about that. He's a punk. That's how he got that. He got a pimp scar. He's a punk. He couldn't stand up. He let Wallace, little old funky ass Wallace, the one that took down Islam, let him punk him. Let Wallace punk him. I met Wallace, shook a hand once, when I was there when the mess was around. He's dead now, good. Right? He was against the message. Should be United to live. Died with that diabetes. That's why he take out Malcolm. I ain't building up Malcolm. But he was more man than Farrakhan ever he think about being. That's why they take out Malcolm, because Malcolm would never went down to the ground like they went down with Farrakhan. Because Farrakhan was the land. He was the man. He should have been the one that took charge. So how in the hell did Wallace take charge? Wallace was officially out of the nation at the time because Elijah Muhammad put his ass out. They put him out. He was officially out. So how in the hell did he get charged of the nation? With Farrakhan sitting right there. Because he told Farrakhan to bend over. Farrakhan said, how far? I'm going to give you something. Hurry up, please. That's Farrakhan. I'm bent over not far enough. That's Farrakhan. His old punk ass son, all of them. See? He's talking about he's a supreme leader, supreme captain. Really? Supreme caption? Farrakhan's a stone cold punk. And there's a lot of proof about it. Elijah Muhammad said he'd be the worst hypocrite. He's talking, when the sheep, they said, when the wolves come, he gonna protect the sheep. No. When Wallace took down the nation, Farrakhan was standing right next to him. They stood together. They thought to get that money. They did get it. Well, they punked Farrakhan to give him nothing. But they took everything. They left the believers with nothing. All that money was in the believers' name. They went to court and took all that money. Left the believers with nothing. and the wolves come in. Farrakhan fled his ass. He took off so fast. So he said, ooh, boy, he was gone. He's a coward. He's a punk. You tell me I'm lying. I told him I'd give $1,000 to prove, anyone to prove I'm lying on him. Ain't nobody shut up yet with it. Because it's Stone Cold Punk. His whole damn family. And it's the son, supreme captain. That's why he said he would make the Nation of Islam a laughing stock. Because nobody fears that group over there. And if the devil came after him, Farrakhan be the first one to bend over. I've been over, what you want me to do? He'd be the first one. He'd have his head between Master's legs so fast. Like the rest of them, they're doing it right now. Oh, the devil's, we all the same. They're scared. They know Farrakhan, they're scared to death. So they're trying to make it an organization where they fully in tune with America. Because they ain't going to take no weight. Trump said, boo, and they be bent over so fast. He'd have to send an army over there to straighten them up. Okay, you sure it's okay to bend over, stand up now? I mean, are you finished? You're going to see in a minute. Stone Cold coward. All of them. And all their entourage over there. Daniel, tomorrow. Who is that? He's a kung fu expert or something? Kung fu. Oh, but it's a sick thing over there. Let me get off here, bro. It's a whole sick, the whole thing is sick over there. They couldn't, man, I'm telling you, even the weakest, they couldn't even, look, MGT and Elijah Muhammad's time whooped their ass, all of them. You see those sisters in the movie, right? Be one woman, man, and she take out the whole nation, man. She got out there and come for everybody and knock out 12. Yeah, one sister would do that to them. Listen, one of those sisters that would like, in fact, at one round now, she may be 7 years old, she probably going to kick their ass. It's a laughing stock over there. Nobody fear them punks. That's why they had to get rid of Khaled. Because he had some canonas, what they call them, canonas. He had those testers before he tried to stand for life, and they had to get rid of him. Because he make Farrakhan, exposing Farrakhan to be a stone cold punk. Because when you see the real, when you see the imitation, and you never seen the real, you think the imitation is real. And then you put the real next to and then you realize the imitation. So Khaled, man, he was trying to hold on. He was teaching the message teachings. Not that stupid ass Wesley. He's a stone cold punk too. That's why I look confused all the time. You know, you see those movies where they take guy goes to prison, right? He's trying to be tough. They grab him, put him in a cell, and work him out, right? Then he comes out looking all confused. That's Wesley. Yeah, I don't know what they done to him. He look all confused all the time. Yeah, they do. The guy, hey man, he come out looking, hey man, he was all tough. They bring him in here, lock him up in the cell for a few minutes, right? Or maybe a little bit longer, right? And then he come out confused, looking confused. That's why that boy look confused all the time. And he gonna pay a bigger price than most of them. Because he got a PhD. He's supposed to know all this science. And there's no science on the planet, in this planet, another universe, verifies anything that Farrakhan's doing. Nothing. Zero. Look at the simple case right here. So now, who you blame right here? He's going that now. You're going this direction where you was going straight up because of this force right here. So now you going there. Who's for? It's the wind that's caused you to go like that, not you. If I say it's you was sinful. You're tone. You got. Okay. So what happens? So then what? Boom. See? You have the force here, cause you straighten back up. It's a counter force. See? It's a counter force. Like, okay, say you got a wind moving 30, you moving 70 miles an hour, and you got a north wind. A western wind, and then what if you just move 70 miles an hour, right? east wind comes up at the same time. They, both of them going straight in my eyes, so it had no effect on you. You neutralize them, so you're going straight again. That's Suleiman's job, right? Knowledge. See, because they're doing this. That's what I want to talk about. I'm going to hint on this, brothers and sisters. I'm going to hint on this. It's a very lengthy subject. I'm going to hint on it. I'm not going to talk about it today because this is something I've talked about all exclusively, all by itself. Right? I keep telling you it's a mental war. Hope you understand this situation right here. See that? That's why so he has to come. He has to be a counterforce to the devil's force. See? So they tell him his lies. He got to tell the truth. Right? Pose. Everything he says is hitting them. You see what I'm saying? Counter. So yeah, this whole is based on lies, and angels is opposite, right? So it counters that. Because they tell his lie, but angel plays who everybody is. They say they start who everybody is. They say, oh, they that's who genocide, and so who everybody else. That's the counter. So once you know that, then all of a sudden neutralize what they're doing, so they don't have any effect on you anymore. Let me say this quickly. Keep that as a mental war. Well, let me move on because I got another way of saying it. I got a little graphic here. Okay. Look at this here. And see, this is something that, say you got your force is 100 pounds of force, right? But say you got going in 4 different directions. It's only 25 in each direction, so you don't have that much power because you're going in all these different directions. You see? And this is like horizontal. Horizontal is like this, vertical is like this, right? Well, I don't want to get too complicated here, brothers and sisters. But that's where we are right now. See, we go all different directions. Someone's called Buddhist, some called Sunni, someone's called Hindu, or some called everything. We some everything. So and that's where they have us. Going all kinds of directions because it's false information. We're not getting any truth. So these lies out there, you don't. Once you open the door to lies, lies is like chaos. See, the truth, right? It has to add up. No matter how they say it, 2 plus 6 is 8, 1 plus 7 is 8, 9 minus 1 is 8, 10 minus 2 is 8, right? 16 divided by 2 is 8. It's still. But when you say a lie, anything could go. So you don't know, because nothing adds up. So you just go with it. And that's what happened. That's why so you don't have instability because you hit anything, so you can add it up. And see, the angel, you can add up everything. Because that's why I give the math and everything of it. Because you don't have to take it on faith. You don't have to take it on faith. Nothing I tell you have to take on faith. Well, you take Master Muhammad on faith because I never met him. I believe he's there. I ain't never met him, I don't know for a fact. Right? But my faith in it is 100%. Nobody be more surprised than me. Elijah Muhammad knew him. But he had an aspect of faith too, because after the Master Muhammad left, how he knows that he was ever going to come back or anything. So there's a faith element there. But as far as everything else, I mean, there's some knowledge because I know, like I said, let me leave it alone. Let me leave it alone. But that's what angel gives you. It's not asking you. It's not like sealed Bible. It's telling you exactly. It gives you the math behind everything. I tell you, I don't want you to take anything I say on faith. I want you to take and do the math. I show you how to do the math, how the math works, how it applies. You could back in. You don't have to take my. I'm not making math up. This is math that basic math. You can go in any library. Vectors, you can go in there. Vectors work exactly like I told you. Go in there and see it. Pressure works exactly like I told you. Go in there and see it. It's just like they don't know how to apply it. Applied math, they call it. Right? So when they tell you light it, you're going all kinds of different directions because you don't know which was right one. Nothing adds up. But once you get the truth, right, you're going in one direction. One direction. See? You may be going at different speeds, frequency, but you're going in one direction. Because it's all going to add up. Add up north, or add up north, south, or whatever. Maybe the mode getting there might be different, like I'll drive, I'll fly, I'll walk. But still, that's north is north, period. Okay? And that's why Angel comes and gives you the map and everything. So, because once you get that, once you get it, I'm not talking about you hear it and you believe it, you got to apply it. Once you get that mind, that's why I said when they got their mind back, they unified. Because it's based on math, so you have to you have no choice but to unify, unless you just don't you don't want to accept that 5 plus 2 is 7. You say, well, man, I'm some there's some special math, man, but that ain't true. But if you said that, then there's no increment there. It's just quality. It's just a quality statement. No quantity statement at all. And we do a quality statement all the time because male and female relationship, that's a quality relationship. Because one may be an 8 plus 3, and one must be a 3 plus 8. Right? Still come out 11. The opposites. That's what I said. They complement each other. Complement each other. If one is right, the other one's right too. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. That's where we're going. Okay, let's move on. Let's see here. Now, this is vertical and this is horizontal. Now, what I want to say about this will take a lengthy conversation to talk about this, brothers and sisters. There's a special one just for this. But horizontal is like the winter. But going through the season like vertical, because you're going from one season to next season, next season, next season, right? Like going upstairs. On the first floor, everything is horizontal. You live on the first floor, but you go to the second floor, the third floor. That's the vertical relationship. That's vertical movement. The horizontal movement, you stay on the first floor. So like winter's like the first floor. So you may not have ability to go to the second floor. So maybe you're stuck on the first floor. When that first floor goes away, you're gone. When it goes, you're gone. But see, it takes energy. So look at it this way. I'm gonna try to keep it simple because I was thinking this last night. I said, this take hours really to go into just like I really want to go into it. So I'm gonna get this real simple version. Okay, you're on the first floor. Or you're in the winter wear, so you energy, so you master the first floor. You master this world's life. You're Beyonce, you're Denzel, you're a good singer, you're a good actor, you're a boxer, you're a good sports person, man. Because remember, it takes energy to do that. You don't just wake up in the morning, you just come out of the womb and say, man, hey man, you do 3-point shot, right? You're not a home run. Right? Hey, you come out with a bestseller, top 10. No, it don't happen. It takes energy. I don't care what your talent is. You have to develop that talent. So it takes energy to do that. Right? So here you become master of the first floor. Right? It's a lot of energy. But the vertical person, he says, oh man, it takes energy to go to the second floor. He uses the energy to go to the second floor. Okay? So he don't have anything on the first floor. Because he's using energy to go to the second floor. But he don't know anything about the second floor. He just maybe going there on faith. But by mind, he's using energy to go to the second floor. And how much energy it takes to get to the second floor? It may take a lot. See? But he goes to the person goes to the second floor. Okay? Now, if you look at as winter and everything, that means the winter's going to be over after a period of time. Now, you done mastered it, but now it's over and you go with it. Everything melt, you melt with it. Well, the flood's coming. The flood takes out the first floor, and you going with it. You're the master of it, but that's where you put your energy in. See, those are disbelievers. Those who love this world's life. No point here, because it says those who love this world's life, Allah will hasten it to them. That means, hey, you'll be successful in it. Because that's why you apply your energy. See, wherever you apply your energy, see, that's what you got to say. You are successful to the degree wherever you apply, and how you apply your energy. So in other words, if you look in here and you're homeless, you're successful being homeless because that's how you applied your energy. You did that. So you know, that's your form of success. Success is when you accomplish something, right? Well, that's what you accomplished. I mean, it's kind of, I know it's kind of like, oh, that sounds crazy, does it? You accomplished being homeless because that's how you mismanage your energy. So you're successful in your ignorance because you wasn't managing energy correctly. So you're successful in the way you. That's where you was managed. So in other words, when you was managing, it's like you thought that's what you thought you're supposed to do it. So you're successful in what you was doing, and we'll see what it got you. You know, that sounds kind of a little stretch, but if you understand what I'm saying, you look in the mirror, that's your creation. Not no mystery being, not originator, that's your creation. That's what you were successful at, creating a fool, creating a homeless person, whatever. That's how you applied your energy. You created that. So you say, I was not successful. Well, you're successful in creating that. You know what I'm saying? Well, you're successful in creating that. You understand what I'm trying to say now? That's what you are. So you're successful in creating that. No one else did it but you. I used to talk about the fact that I'm saying, yeah, based on, you know, the season you're in, you know what I'm saying? How you manage your energy. You got to take into consideration all the vector stuff that you're dealing with, but the point is, that's your creation. Well, what about the? See, I know I need to explain this because people say, "Oh, you just said it ain't your fault and everything else." No. When we was impacted by another. So, how do we deal with that? We was told to submit, so we was successful because the outcome was we would survive it, and now we have the ability to move on and take the next reality. So I don't think I shouldn't have need to say that, but okay, I said it. Sometimes, I don't know. Because that's the way we'd handle it. So if you look in the mirror, and you don't see anything, because that's probably because you're dead, because you didn't make it to the Holocaust, because you didn't submit. Okay, well, anyway, let's move on. I've had some things I shouldn't have to, well, maybe, I don't know. But the thing is that's what happens. So you see those people, that's how they apply the energy. So and that shows you right now that some are demons, but some of them are the original people. They want this world's life. And so you see how much you see. They see those guys they're Hulk. That's a lot of energy to do that. He didn't wake up one morning and ate some Rice Krispies and all of a sudden, man, he looked like, Wheaties. No. But he applies energy that particular way. So that if you want to go to the second floor, it means you ain't going to have any of that. Because, see, one is quality and one is quantity. Quality is this world's life. I want the quality. Quantity is a discipline. A discipline allows you to move vertically. See? Discipline, you have a certain amount of discipline here, but discipline allows you to move vertically. So you move to the next level. And at the next level, there's nothing. See? But now the next level, you could become Jay-Z, but now you're on a lot higher level. Like say, so this guy, he's going, okay, see, this takes a lot. I'll probably do it to it. I'll see if I would talk to this, I won't get to everything here. Okay, look at it this way. There's two aspects of muscles. There's quality and quantity. What's quality? That means dexterity. Because you take muscles to play a piano. It takes muscles to play a trombone. Right? It takes muscles to all these different things, right? Even to sing. It takes, but it's, where's quality? So you say, oh, I might be a good piano player, so now, but you see, you don't strengthen the muscles. You just give it dexterity, quality. So a person that says, okay, they're not going to do any of that. They're going to use strength. So they do discipline, they move to the next level. So they don't have that. Oh man, that guy don't know how to play a piano, man. He don't know how, he can't sing, because he's using it. So build strength. He went to the gym. Now look, he's strong as hell, man, but he don't know how to play a piano, man. He don't know how to play football and soccer. See what I'm saying? So you move. But then when you go to the second floor, then you can learn that stuff. But now you can do that, but you have strength with you. Because once you get to the second floor, now what you going to do with your energy after you get there? You already got there. So now what you gonna do? So now you can say, okay, now I'm going to be a musician. I'm going to be a Jay-Z. I'm going to be a piano. You see what I'm saying? But you move to the next level to do it. Now once you get there, you can do the same thing, or you can take and remember you got greater discipline, so you can take, because your whole point is you're on a discipline plane. Everybody else is just on there doing that what they want to do thing, right? So when you're on that level, then you're all about discipline. You're going to be successful at that level. But you're going to be different from other people there because you're not going to love that world's life. If you do that, you're going to be stuck there because when you love the spring, and so you don't move into the summer. But the person that wants to go to summer, that means he can't put all his energy into the spring, right? Because you got to have the energy to move to the summer. So he said, what's the point, man? All you go is moving up, you ain't never have anything. Remember, each level is more beautiful than the level before, more complex. Right? And you have more energy, so you don't need as much energy to move to the next level, but you still need energy to do it. See, right now, it takes all our energy to climb that ladder. All of it. Remember, if we get more energy, keep adding up, so it takes less and less to do it. But right now, it takes all. Because we're at that point where it takes all your energy to get to the second floor. That's why I said, you think you get them without being tried? Because that will not happen. And once we get tribulation, remember, that won't happen anymore. Say, be a king that lasts forever. You won't go through that anymore. Only you do it this particular stage because with low energy, so it takes all the energy, all total concentration to move to the next level. You won't go to that again. Next level, and next season, you won't go to that again. People be lost on it. They say, well, I don't want to go any further. This eat themselves to death, whatever they do, but there won't be no chastisement, so it won't go on. They say, I'm happy here, man. I love it. These sisters, they're boom. These brothers. You see what I'm saying? But the point is that you're still going to require energy. So, but some say, okay, because you're not going to put as much energy in that world's life as everybody else do, because if you do, you have energy. That's why scriptures come and tell you how much energy you need. That's what scripture, how much energy you need to move to the next level. So it's okay, this sacrifice you got to make to move to the next level. That's the angel telling you what you need to move to the next level. You have to be in the Lamb's Book of Life. He's telling you got to be 100%. So scriptures give you, say, okay, this is how much energy you need. So you might not, okay, I know you love Doritos and hamburgers and McDonald's. I'm just saying, right? And so you want to move to the next level, man, you have to get those Doritos and McDonald's. And yeah, I'm just, trying to get an idea. Because you want to be all in the next level. Those are all in, they're set from that level, but they want to go to the next one. You got to be enough discipline to move to the next level. That's why it says, in the end, only one person would make it all the way. What happened to all the rest of them? They couldn't make it. They went far. At some point, it won't be male and female. They can't. That division could not survive. The pressure will be so great. So they had to come to one to deal with that pressure. So I go a lot more detail there, but I want you to understand that basic concept there, right? So now devils, remember, they're horizontal. They don't have they don't have discipline to move vertically. So this is all they can have. See, but when the flood comes in, they're gone because they can't move to the next level. They can't. They don't have the ability. Those that survive the flood, right? They're being, like I said, being in a state of I hate to say oppression, but it says they'd be taken in captivity. They've been in a state of captivity. So if you want to call it oppression, that's what, right? They've been in a state of subjection. I put it that way for all the rest of their existence, because the pressure would be too great for them. But they have enough discipline to withstand it in a state of subjection. So I'm showing here is like, this pretty much like the tribulation here, because when the truth comes out, see, they're going in all different directions. Because they be blaming everybody and everything else, because they know they're going to panic. Because there's no right direction for them at that point. Any direction they go is going to be at hell for them. See, they panic. They're going to start, oh, let me go this way, let me go that way, let me go this way, that way. Everybody going to have their own ideas. Everybody's scared, afraid. So there's no, so they're going to be, so their power, that's what they made desolate. The power is shaken, broken. See? Because they know they can't escape consequence. Right? And everybody's fending for themselves. So they're going like, so that's why their power would be basically of no value. And if you're going, you move to the next level. And another thing too, right? See, as long as you're on their level, there's no thing about like as the winner. Now you can move on to the next level. But if you start on the next level, remember they're horizontal. You move above this, they can't touch you. Because they can't go hard. They have to go vertical to get to you. They can't. I don't know if you appreciate that concept, right? See, that no weapon they make will fail against you. Prosper will prosper. Because everything goes on a horizontal level. And you're going vertical. But those who stay on the horizontal level, it'll be effective to them. If you stay here, demons going to be effective against them. Always these that want to hang with this world life, those weapons will be effective against them because they are here on the horizontal level. Their weapons will be effective against them, but will have no impact on you whatsoever. Because the real effect, well, I might as well get into it. And I'm going to have a special for this, brothers and sisters. The real thing is the mental war. And the ideas come in. Remember, only control they had over the man and Mark is mine. I mean, information. They say, what you don't know, can I hurt you? That's the biggest bullshit I heard in my life. What you know is what kills you. I mean, how can you say something like that? What you don't know won't hurt you. That's what kills your ass. It says, my people lost for lack of knowledge. Not because they had too much knowledge or whatever. What you don't know will kill you. I'm going to give you a hint on this, brothers and sisters, because this will take a while to explain this, and I don't know if I need to do it. Those of you still affected on this horizontal level, see, remember to have quality control? It's more, when you think about it, I don't know if I really discuss it all. Except to the point that you need to understand the math, what they're doing. Because you see this propaganda and the media and all this stuff, distortions. Well, you take Facebook, for instance, let me give you an idea. Facebook, what they do, right? They do it for advertising purposes. So that's why I say all this stuff. So they look what you respond to. They monitor everything. When you get on that face, when you get on Facebook, they monitor everything. I look at my system without. Okay, they monitor everything you do. And you said the thing. You paging through, or you looking through. You scan, and they know that you pause on looking at this. That means you may be interested. And so they build a profile of you, and then they decide, okay, this person will interested in this particular ad, this ad, or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what they're doing for ads. That was the thing. But the government took a step further. They talking about the government way more than that. I'm gonna give you a brief overview bonuses on this. Real overview. Government has information too. But they don't have to give them because remember, they can monitor, how can they stop from monitoring Facebook and all that kind of stuff, the government? Okay. But they take a step further. See? Because what they do is, they'll take, and they'll try to isolate you. So, okay, they'll put some basic information out there. You know, when you first go in, they ask you, what's your life and that kind of stuff, well, you get a big heads up right there, right? But they don't need that. And they see, just like Zuckerberg was doing Facebook, and so they get a profile. Okay, this person, he's paused on this girl. She was naked. He paused on that. So he's, right? Oh, and he looked at him's thing, right? Maybe he's over 70, so maybe he got ED, right? So anyway, and I get that, and so they keep monitoring how you're doing these things, right? And so once they close the picture in on you. They keep on closing until they find exactly what your thought is. Because remember, it's a mind war. And your thoughts are vectors. Information is vectors. So what you're doing is you give them a imprint of your vectors, of your thinking. Because you on there, and meet people on there a lot, right? Please on your phone too, mind your phone, everything. So they get a profile of your thinking. See? After a while, and they use AI with it, and they get very good at it. So they can almost predict exactly what you're thinking and what you're going to be doing. But they take a step further than that. So then they actually communicate with you, don't even know it. Because they'll say, okay, this person thinks this way. I want this person to think that way. The person think that way, or this way. So say, for instance, they want you to be a little more, you like cars, but they want you to be a little more violent, get you towards violence. So they get a lot of car ads or car things, right, that's in violent, attacking people, all that kind of stuff. So you have a violent attitude about cars. See, manipulating your mind out there, brothers and sisters. So you actually communicate, don't even know it. Because they telling you something and you're telling them back. And you don't realize you're even communicating with them. You don't even realize you're doing it. And that's what they're doing. Don't tell me, because what I just told you right now, if you got AI, you could easily do it. So if they ain't doing it, they were doing it now, so I just told them. But they've been doing it all the time. That's why I be very careful, right? Because you be going Googling. Okay, that means you look at it, you try to ask a question. Oh, what if my knee hurts? Oh, you just told me knee hurt. And one of the dangerous things you do, see, I'm gonna move on this, brothers and sisters. But that's one of the reasons why I never live in an all-black neighborhood. Because they control the food and stuff that comes in that neighborhood. So they put stuff in there that you don't know about, and it causes you to get diabetes or anyone. They control it. That's another way of doing it. Right? So that's what happens. And I know more about them. I'm telling you right now. I'll tell you the truth. Right? I shouldn't say tell you the truth like I'm lying sometimes, but see, they do that. Okay. So say, for instance, you say you order some food on Amazon. Okay. Boop. Put a little something in there. It's easier than going to the grocery store. That means they have to Because everybody go to the drugstore and they don't know what you're going to get, but they might know what you're going to get because you probably might have told them on the phone, I'm going to go get this, this, this. So it depends on how who you are, whatever. But that's why they manipulate our people. And our people don't even know it. And it gets much deeper than that, brothers and sisters. Like I say, they have to be talking to you because they're saying you mess and you, I like that picture. And I get these things from time to time. People send me stuff, links and stuff. I'm saying, well, if you 100% studying, how you got time to be watching these damn links? Because you got the bomb, so why are you checking what they got? Why you spending half an hour? Because you're still on the horizontal level. And vertical level, you wouldn't waste time with that because you got the bomb, you got the INJIL. That's vertical. But you spend your time on horizontal shit. And you don't understand it. And the point is, I see you horizontal because everything you do is horizontal. You don't realize this. Then you don't, how come he's saying this? How come he's saying that? Because I see you horizontal. I don't see you vertical. That's horizontal. You say, well, you do it, yeah. Because I'm vertical. I prove I'm vertical. And I have to get information, keep communicating to you. How the hell am I communicating to you? I can't communicate to you on the vertical level, can I? I have to go back down in the dirt and communicate to you on the horizontal level. That's the only way I communicate with you. That's why I'm doing it. But you're doing it because you're stuck on the horizontal level. You have no knowledge of the vertical. Because you ain't showed anything vertical yet. You haven't showed one vertical thought, not one. So I got to that's why I say I got to keep going on the horizontal level to keep talking to you. Otherwise I can't talk to you at all. And that's why you keep sending me hard shit on horizontal level. I don't need, because that stuff makes me advance my information. Because I got the injury, that tell me everything. Tell me, and if you send me something, just confirm what I already know. So what the hell I need it for? See, when you start thinking, and that math I just said, if you got any kind of math, everything I said was just mathematical. See, there ain't no philosophy. I put it in mathematical form. So you still on horizontal level, you send me horizontal shit, and that's why I'm looking at you. Why waste time? Because right, I'm doing vertical, and you still on horizontal. And obviously you must love the horizontal. That means you're gonna be here when the horizontal, when the first floor floods. So why waste time dealing with people that I know is gonna drown? Why would that make any sense? Because that's pretty much what I'm saying right now. I don't see any vertical. I don't see any of it. So the Levites they got to go vertical to get the hell out of here. The ladder is vertical. The ladder is vertical. It's not a road, it's a vertical. You got to climb it. I ain't seen anybody climb it yet. Even not one wrong. That's why I said he's taken out. Why? Because he's at the top of the ladder. And you're at the bottom. And so now you got to climb it. Because you're going to make it or not. That's it. It's last time I tell you, I'm way beyond you. I got to tell you, I can't even talk to you like I said, vertical. I can't. It's so much way past somebody I can talk to you that you wouldn't understand. So I don't even do it. I said, you know only a little bit of what I know. Because you know anything vertical. Because you don't know anything vertical. Or because you translate to horizontal. How can you know? Everything I give you, that's what I say. It's not having any effect because you translate it. Because the only way you see horizontal. That's why I said, you see it through that lens. You see the horizontal lens. That's why you're repeating stuff and echoing stuff and everything else. Because you're still on horizontal lens. You ain't moving vertical. You got to climb that ladder. You can run around the ladder all you want to look up and everything else. That's not gonna help you. You got to climb that ladder. When that flood comes, you better be off that first floor, way off of it. Let me move on, brothers and sisters. That's what I'm saying. See, in tribulation, therefore it's gonna be in every direction. Yours come together, So now you're a force, and there's going to be it'd be more of them, right? But it's like a tow truck have to deal with bicycles, like a Mack truck had to deal with bicycles. How's that going to work? Because they're all going to be scattered. Because they're panicking. They're trying to get back. Understand how can I get out of this? Everybody, hey man, let's do it this way, that way, Plus, remember, they're used to not being unified anyway. Turn to dust or turn to vapor. So that's why, and you going vertical. Well, I'm showing this way. I'm showing your path out here, but you're still above them, and they can't touch you. That's if you stay together. But if you got doubt and all that kind of stuff, then they can start picking you off. Moving brothers and sisters. Okay, but this I told you something's gonna happen. I already told you what it is gonna be anyway. It's gonna shock the world. It causes heart failure, epidemic heart failure, and strokes and seizures right here, specifically in America, even amongst some of our people. And Mr. Trump, oh boy, he's so open with it. And now he's, I don't want to go into it, but the point is him. They said they planned. He knows the plan. He wants to make America great again. That means get rid of niggas. Well, I can go into this, but like I said, if you get the INJIL, get the 5 pillars. See the 5 pillars, right? That's your vertical. That's your discipline. But what the INJIL is, it's the vector that destroys their vector, the horizontal. It also has vertical aspects to it, but you need both. So I'm moving, brothers. Since, like I said, I could be hours talking about this so much, I'm really cutting corners. So let me get to number 4. Where we at? Wow. Okay, Revelations 4. We'll talk about that today. Okay, building the ladder, INJIL, horizontal, vertical. I'll talk about that, right? And the beast should be S, the beast. But I built the ladder, and it wasn't easy building that ladder, brothers and sisters. All you gotta do is climb it. I didn't see anybody climb it yet. Not even close. The only advantage is you see the ladder, you recognize it. Other people don't even know the ladder's there. Other than knowing that it's there and everything, that's one thing, but that's the first step. Now you gotta climb it. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, brothers and sisters. You gotta climb that ladder. You gotta go vertical. Discipline. INJIL. Oh, okay, I'm not going to talk about this process. We gotta separate. Because that's Lion Farrakhan. I already talked about him. But I'm going to show you something else about him in a minute. You gotta climb that ladder. This is some of the plans they got against you. But see, they think this plan is against false Israel. And so they're fired up. And then the truth comes out, and all of a sudden, all that power they got is going to turn back against them. Like you travel down the road 100 miles an hour because you want to run over somebody, right? And then you run into a big wall. All that power turns against you. You know he's going to run into a big wall. And he's going to run to Iran. And all that America's coming at Iran to make hit with nuclear weapons. They're going to come in full power. See? They hit a solid steel cobalt wall. It's going to rock them. I tell you, everything's backfiring because winter's over. I already talked about this one, brothers and sisters. the Suleiman kissed the son, that he be not angry and you perish on the way. Right? But if you don't climb that ladder, he ain't got nothing to do with you. He's not gonna pick you up, he's not gonna push you up, he's not gonna pull you up. You gotta climb on your own. All these beautiful sisters, boy. And these fake. When you put the real next to the fake don't look so good anymore. It's this, right? Oh yeah, that look, yeah, it's all this fake, all of it. Fake ass, fake lips, fake hair to put the stuff in, all this. And that's just going to get weeds and all that kind of stuff. Why you doing that stuff? You don't need to do that stuff. You got, the guys thinking backwards. They trying to be like our women. And our women trying to be back like them. The tiger chasing his tail. That's part of the bullshit we go through, but that's going to change in a minute. Okay, chapter 4. Okay. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly, brothers and sisters. After I saw and looked, the door had been opened up in heaven, and the voice first I heard trumpet speak with me. Remember, it's a trumpet voice. There's actually 8 trumpets. That gets back to chapters 7. Oh, let me say something about that. Should I say it here? Okay. See, we have control of everything. So, chapter 17 tell you, okay, it says, doing them double is done to you, right? Okay. I told you it's a mind war. I know, so I said, I know you. If I don't say things, you go past your head because you'll never see it. So how do we do that? Do we pull out a gun? Okay. And I wanted to show a graphic on that. I had a good graphic in mind. I forgot it because I had I've been working on this all day. These things are easy to put together, but they're not. Believe me, it takes hours to put these things together. So I'm gonna do that after. All right, maybe do it for tomorrow. Chapter 17 tells one of our main weapons is what? The 10 horns. It says these will hate the horn. It says we inspire them to do so. They're our weapon. The physical side of it. They're one of our weapons. The demons are also another one of our weapons against them. And those are more powerful weapons. Something about a gun, like I said, it tells you right there. Yeah. So we think I told you, we're not going to rape them. We don't do that because that's against our nature. So we have the weapons, we have other weapons. So the 10 horns, when China come through, they're going to be doing that. They're going to rape them and everything else. So they end up destroying them. I'm going to talk about it more another time, bro and sister. So that's one of the problems I have, bro and sister, because, I see these things. So I have the issue applying to myself, but I see these things. And I know I have to go literal. Like, you tell a child and you have to go sit there and spell it out. Because I talked about this before. I says, we're going to inspire them, right, to take out the harlot. It tells you what happened to do to the harlot. In those days, we probably do so. That means about what we're going to do it. Let me move on. That's another thing. I said I had a lot to talk about today, brothers and sisters. I can't. I'll be forever. Anyway, watch this one here. Okay, he saw a door open in heaven. And he said, after that meeting came, okay, and it says, okay, immediately I came to be in the spirit. Look, throne was open, so he moves up here. So it's giving you a time frame when he's in this position. That's why it says things like that, right? And It says, a throne was lying in heaven. Remember, this is a throne. He's lying in heaven. It's heaven up here. See what I'm saying? So he turned right there. He's a lion. They use the word lying. They're not laying and lying in heaven. That's the throne. It's a liar. There's times. So I tell you what time it is. Look, right? And then it tells you jasper, cyrus, and emerald. Right? I'm going to show you that in a minute, right? And if you go down here in chapter 21, I believe, it explains these elements. So you know what they're talking about. How they apply them. So let's go to the next one. So he is right here, right? Okay. Me, I came in spirit, and look, throne in heaven, upon the throne setting. Who's sitting upon this throne? Is it this or Master Muhammad? Anyway, either way, right? Upon the one's setting. And setting, seeing stone jasper, antisaurus, and rainbow from circle, throne like the emerald. Now, the next page, I'm going to try to explain this, brothers. See this right here? That's the lion throne right there. Let's go. Now, here it is right here, right? I think this is it. Did I do it? Oh, I didn't do it. Oh, wow. Okay, let me back up. Maybe I can talk my way through it. See, when your jasper is the top here, emerald is on this level right here. Then down here, the next one would be sardis, which would be down here. Where this would be. Right? So it's talking about this situation right here. See? Because jasper is the top one. So that's why it's talking about this throne here. And emerald would be the fourth one. That's this one, throne by emerald. And sardis, if you go down here, that's where this would be. On the sixth one down here, where that would be. Anyway, it's a little complicated. I should have showed the graph. I must have deleted by mistake. So maybe tomorrow. Anyway. The circle throne, here's the 24 elders. See, Elijah Muhammad thought that was 24 scientists. But no, because six wings, that's 24. And this the one, this is another throne. This is the one on earth. Satan, this is another throne. And right? And it says, upon the heads of them, crowns golden. Now I told you, the golden part of each nation is the Islamic part. This represents the Shia here, right? Okay, so it's about this throne. Not the other one I just saw a minute ago. The other one's complicated. It took me a while to get that one because I was thinking it was this one here. They told me, but it couldn't be when you look at it because jasper and everything else. I said, no. And then I finally come to me that they're identifying that one. Okay. And okay, so it says thunders. This is thunders. Those are the thunders, right? This is represents the lightning, right? This is 7 spirits, and this is 7 lamps of fire. So it's telling you, this is the angel key. There's 2 major angel keys. This one and the other one. The one's straight up and down versus the ladder. The other one's Jacob's ladder. So it's defining this one right here. So why is that? So then it says, right, and inside the throne, sea glass, he like the 6th crystal, and the middle throne, circle throne, being 4 beings full of eyes, 4 behind. So we know the eyes are these. So it's this situation. See, when they're, if you understand the vertical angel key, right, that means they're scattered. That's when Elijah depart and they're dispersed. That's what I'm telling you what the time it is. That's why when Farrakhan built the throne, because it showed Farrakhan was a time where he's in charge in that 42-year period. That's what it's telling you, right? And that's the eyes before and behind, so that's what it is. That's what you look at, that's the structure. Okay, those of you familiar with it. And first, like a lion, here's a lion here, right? And next one, like the calf. Remember, the golden part would be up top, the golden part would be here. Go up the top, each nation's golden part, like the golden part is here. So this would be the golden calf, which is a Sunnis. That's how you know it's a golden calf. INJIL reveals everything. Because the Quran doesn't tell you who the golden calf is. Tell you they worship it, but you can't figure it out from the Quran. At least I couldn't. But INJIL tells you exactly what it is. Oops. Okay. Oh, God. And then the face of a man, that's this one. Right? And the 4th living like the eagle. So this the whole thing is the eagle. because it was down upon everybody else. This represents the eagle. I should have had something there, right? I didn't. So I'll work on that one. See, here's the eagle. And then define who's all the parts of it. America's one, is the left hand, this is the right hand, and Russia, EU, and this is Syria. That's false Israel. That's the eagle. And then it's telling you right here, this is a time, right, while they was cast down during this period. Remember this period of time during the 4 years, right, when they get cast down. So you have to look at this carefully because these are spread out during the time when these are Elijah's absence, right? And it's like 1990 when the INJIL's keys are broken, right? And that's why it says one power, one Thanksgiving, because now it's this function was JCPOA, under for the nations, still the same period. So it's telling you what period of time we're talking about. That's it, brothers and sisters. That's it. That's it for chapter 4. So at your own leisure if you want to, but that's all chapter 4 is telling you. Right? It's one of the main things telling you Farrakhan is a lion. Lion, not lion. No, wait a minute, I spelled that. L-Y, oh boy, I'm about to give him a break. Lying. Lying. Lying throw, not lion. You know, lion. You know, dead lion got more cojones than he has. That's the word you want to use. He's a punk. That's all this is chapter 4, brothers and sisters. So I chose that as a short chapter, but I wanted to get to the other stuff. I was trying to tell you about horizontal and the vertical. There's a lot more to it, but I'm going to leave it there, brothers and sisters, because I'm going to leave it there. Because I don't want to stay 2 and 3 hours. So that's I went to chapter 4 more than I went to before. I never explained that first about the throne, right? Okay. At least in that way. I explained it a different way, but I tell you, I'm going more detail. And little roadblocks I used to have in there to keep people from getting, because for years I try to characterize Satan's throne as that one. Somebody try to steal this, trip them up, but it's too late for that now. It's so close. I don't think anybody could. I don't think it can happen. Plus, by the time they figure out how to steal it, it's already gone. It's already too late. And that war's going to break any time now, bro. I mean, the war's already started mentally. It's already been going on for quite some time, right? But I said it's about to boil. And when that happens, everything changes immediately, right? And so we have a weapon. We have the most powerful weapon, the pressure weapons. That's the mind. Like I said, if I can show that real quick here. Can I do it here? Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Hold on. Chapter 17. Find it real quick without getting lost here. Oh, there you go. Chapter 17. I did chapter 17. It's a very interesting chapter. All of them interesting. And where it says, okay, yeah, go ahead. Okay, I'm going to try to show it to you. I'm going to close, brothers and sisters. Let's see here. Hold on. See, the scriptures talk about, I forget how he says it. God says he'll use, God could make God be a hammer. He's using it as a tool of war. When you understand it's a mental war, well, maybe you understand, brothers and sisters. I'm not keep on trying to explain what should be pretty obvious to me. I don't know, maybe. Hold on. Okay. That's almost there. Okay, that should do it. Okay, let me do that. Then I'm gonna close out. What happened? Oops. Wrong way, there you go. Now what it says here says, and 10 horns which you saw in the wild beast, these will hate the harlot, harlot's America, have been desolated, they will make her a naked, have been desolated, they will make her a naked, and the flesh of her they will eat, and her they will burn down in fire. For the God gave into the hearts of them to do the opinion of him, and do one opinion to give the kingdom of them to the wild beasts, and finish the words of the God and the woman whom you. So it's telling you, there was God's weapon. Because when they come in, they're going to do all the stuff they did, the devils never did to us, and worse. So we don't respect our children, they're going to be doing everything else. So we have a weapon. They're our weapon. They're more powerful than any gun you could think of. And they will have guns. And they will have bombs. But it says we're controlling them. They're our weapon against them. We're not going to be doing that. We are doing it. We're not doing it personally, put it that way. It said, doing them as done to you. It didn't say personally, it said do it. If I shoot you with shoot the bullet, right, I didn't stab you, the bullet, I mean, I guess pulling triggers personal, but the bullet actually killed you. I didn't put my hands on you. So they are a gun. So that's why I bring it up, because see, I think people still think they need to bring weapons and stuff. I know I talk about people. I know black folks, boy. I know and they're hard headed. You tell them, they'll do it anyway. Oh, I ain't gonna do it. They do it anyway. Then you get mad when you get busted. No, we have our weapons. That's the most powerful weapon. The demons are also a weapon. We're gonna unleash the demons. How do we unleash the demons? We kick them out. We unleash them. Okay, you can come. And now the demons. Remember. Okay, let me close. The demons will have control of America when it goes down. They will have control of it. Remember, they will be united, because they got some of us in them. They got enough discipline. They won't be as united as us, but they will be united. Where the devils will be totally disunited. So they will have control of America, and then they're going to try to defend America. when the goat comes in, that's they said the goat. Remember, what killed them? The flood. See, that stuff is all there, brothers and sisters. No, people say, man, I could spend hours saying, I mean, that's why you got to study INJIL. I said, you can see it right there. It's the flood that comes and destroys them. It didn't say the devils did it. It said the flood came and did it. Because they destroyed it. Read Samson. Samson destroyed them, which ended up getting himself, by bringing them down, he killed himself in the process. But the bottom line is that the flood comes in as the goat comes in and kills them. Because they're going to be trying to defend America. We got America now, it's ours. Then the goat comes in and get rid of them. And see, American Russia, that's why they both desolated. Because those two armies are more powerful armies. They're going to destroy each other. They're going to make each other desolate. They're the most powerful European countries. And both of them are going to be dead before they're going to wipe each other out. And when they wipe each other, they have no form anymore. Go going to take them out. You understand, brothers and sisters? I hope you understand some of this. We got weapons. The demon going to use demons while we're here in the tribulation. Then when tribulation goes, right? They're going to come and finish the job. Is that why they say double? Because both, man, I'm not going to that. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. Excuse me, I'm going to leave it there. Assalamu alaikum.